Everybody, and welcome to the replay. Sorry about that. I hate when this happens. And apparently it's not my app, it's not my setup, it's just Facebook sometimes likes OBS and sometimes it doesn't. So I sincerely apologize for the runaround. I'm glad you found me, for those who have. I'm just going to be sharing this out to everybody so they know to come and find me here, and not at that other link. Sorry for the runaround. Please be sure to share this one. This seems to be my new thing. So this is how I get all of you to share, is by having my first video not play nice, and then this reminds you that you should just share this video with all of your friends, and then it won't matter that my original one didn't play nice. Hi Mandy! Yay, you're watching! So yeah, it is Sunday night, hi Lilma! Sunday night, the night before school holidays end. Yay! I'm Zoe, for those who don't know. And Harley, the born of born geek, is not sleeping. I literally spent the last, call it 20 minutes, nursing her, and she was dozing off and falling asleep on the boob, and I was like, okay, cool, she's gonna be asleep for the video, everything will be fine. And she woke up as soon as I popped her off the boob. So Harley's still awake, she's hanging out with Dean. I'm sure she'll be sent over this way. What do you mean? Sad? I'm OFT? Am I missing something, Mandy? I don't know. Am I missing an abbreviation? Am I not woke enough to your lingo? So I wanted to chat to all of you about school holidays, but also just about school and about, what to look for in a school for your preschooler, what I need to start looking for, because it's not just you, it's me. I adore Harley's school, and I want to tell you guys a little bit about why I love her school. But then I also want to talk a little bit about what I'm going to be looking for when we move, because obviously we're going to be moving, and that means that I'll need to find a new school for her, and I'm kind of sad, kind of devastated about it, because her current school is so good and she's so happy there, and I really want to have her continue to be so good and so happy there. And yeah, it's a bit difficult to even imagine having to pick out a new school. But yeah, anyway, it'll be fine. We'll make a plan, and that's what this is all about. So, first of all, can I get a big cheer for school holidays ending? How did I live for school? And as Mandy reminded me, how was I so terrified of sending Harley to school when she started? I was really so daunted by it. And I've written about it. I really thought I was traumatizing her. I really did. She, she would scream and cry the whole day, the whole morning. I only left her there for the mornings. And she was just hysterical the whole time. And they would phone me and be like, she's screaming most of the day and really unhappy. And I thought I was traumatizing my child. And it was really hard. It's when we established a goodbye ritual. So I always give her a big hug. And oh, Mandy, I'm sad you're not here too. I don't even have hot chocolate this time because I was so busy nursing Harley to try and get her to sleep and get everything up and running that I didn't even make myself hot chocolate. So it's not like you're missing out on anything, at least. You don't have to be jealous of all the marshmallows this time. I'm just drinking water because there's no hot chocolate. But yeah, it was really hard in the beginning, and I honestly thought I was traumatizing Harley. I was seriously at the point, after about a week, 10 days, somewhere in there, of thinking, maybe this is the wrong thing to do. Maybe this is the wrong decision. Maybe she's not old enough. Maybe she's not ready. I was really panicking because she just wasn't settling in at school, and I thought, I'm destroying my child, as we do with any of these things where we think, the worst, I'm traumatizing my child, she's going to be broken forever because I started her at school too young, and she's miserable, and life sucks, and all of that. fast forward 2 weeks, and she was fine. Like, she was, had bonded with one of the teacher's aides, was happy at school all day. And fast forward 6 months, and now it's like, I cannot wait. I don't know how I lived before school. Like, how did I get anything done? The past 3 weeks have been mayhem, where it's like, this is where I work. Like, this is, obviously, you guys are seeing me from the outside. Like, I'm looking into the corner of my room, and you're seeing the whole room behind me. But this is how I work. Like, I work at this desk all day, every day. And with Harley home, that means that I generally have her behind or wherever. And then as soon as I put her down, she runs away. Or she plays with stuff, but then stuff she's not supposed to, or whatever. Oh God, Mandy, a year. See, I could deal with like a tough goodbye, and then she's fine. But like, yeah, I don't know. It was like those early goodbyes were really hard, and even now, like, I'm really looking forward to tomorrow. I'm not doing it a lot. I'm really, really looking forward to tomorrow, but I'm not looking forward to tomorrow morning, the actual drop off, because I have this feeling that it's after 3 weeks of spending all day with me, she's gonna be very clingy and not want to say goodbye. Maybe it'll be the type of thing where Harley sees her like teachers and stuff and just runs off and doesn't want to be around me anyway. So I'm hoping for that. I mean, it'll be really sad for me on the one hand if she doesn't even want to say goodbye to me, but it would be really, really nice to know, like, okay, she's so happy at school, she doesn't even need me, she's off, she's fine, she's happy, and all of that. So that would be great. That's what I can hope for. Anyway, so let's talk a little bit about what I like about her school. And I just want to be very clear, I'm not going to give any details as to where she goes. So if you're watching this in the hopes of having like a school recommendation from me, you're not getting one, because I don't share those details online. The whole safety thing. Are you wanting me, Harley, or are you happily playing with Daddy? Do you want to be on the live stream? Are you internet famous? Harley, say hello. Say hello. Can you say hi? Yeah, that's Mommy's headphones. Are you gonna let Mommy talk to the people online, or are you gonna want to talk to them? She was playing peekaboo earlier with Dean. It is quite possibly the most adorable thing in the whole wide world. I will try and post that video for you guys, because it is seriously like the cutest thing ever. What? Are you crying because you can't have Mommy's headphones? Do you want to wear Mommy's headphones? Okay, hold on. Let's see if we can get this to work. Are you happy now? Must I talk into the headphones on your head? Is that what you want? I'm sorry, I have to compete for microphone time with my tongue. Oh. Let's see if we can pop you back on a boob and get you to chill out a bit. Maybe. Oh, you guys, I don't know if this is gonna work. I have no idea if this is all just a giant conspiracy. It might be. Ugh. Harley, can we try and cooperate? Can you say, this is why Mommy needs me to go back to school? Oh, my angel. Oh, my little girl. You're tired. Can you say tired? Okay, let's try this again. So, as I said, I'm not going to be telling you guys any specifics of where she goes to school, because I don't do that on social media, because I don't want to invite any sorts of weirdness online, but I will tell you, so she goes to a school that's really focused on the whole child learning, and that was my big thing when looking for a preschool for Harley, is I really wanted a place that had a lot of indoor and outdoor play. I wanted a place that really focused on play-centric learning. Like, I didn't want it to be a thing where there were like academics or lessons or whatever. Like, lessons and learning and all of that should be part of the day when you're, not even 2. She has her whole life ahead of her to go to, like, sit in the classroom or whatever. I really didn't want her to be in an environment that was academically oriented or rigorous. I felt like at this age, everything should be about the play and about, do you want some water? It should be about learning through play. So, for example, what they do at her school that I adore is they'll, like, get in the morning and they sing songs and they recite nursery rhymes and poems and stuff like that. And then, as the day goes on, they'll play outside and she can go on the swing. And, I've written about it before why I think the swinging is so important for baby development. And they have like a jungle gym and slides and stuff for them. So over this holiday, Harley learned how to climb up and go down slides. So I think she'll be doing that a whole bunch at school. And then, so they'll do that for a bit, and then they come inside and they'll have a snack, and then they'll go back outside, and then they'll come back inside and do, like, painting, or they bake cookies, or some sort of tactile or creative activity. And once a week they do music lessons, and music lessons is probably a bit of a strong term, but they have a group that comes in and sings with them, and they play with rattles and musical instruments, and they dance around. Apparently Harley always gets a stamp for being really good and helpful with the instruments, and I just really like that she's in this warm and loving and beautiful environment, but she also isn't really pushed to be a certain way. They're very kind, they're very holistic there. They really just want the kids to play and interact with each other, and there isn't this kind of pressure to be a certain way, or like, however they want to hold the paintbrush while they're painting is how they hold the paintbrush while they're painting. And there was a school that I looked at for Harley when we were first shopping for schools, and they were like, yes, and we ensure that they hold their pencil and their crayon correctly from day 1 and blah blah blah. And, like, Harley's not even 2. Like, I learned how to hold a pen correctly when I was in the 8th grade. And look, I'm not saying I'm, the best example for this. Like, sure, it would be great if she knew how to hold a pen or a pencil properly from the get-go. But it's not one of my top priorities, and I don't want it to be the school's top priorities. Like, I don't want it to be that she doesn't get to do the painting, because she's not holding the paintbrush properly. Like, my whole thing was that she needs to be allowed to just be herself and do the things, be creative and play outside and play inside and all of that. And if she holds the pen however she holds it, that's just fine. Is that funny? Apparently I'm very cool. Hey? Is this very cool? Is this my new look, Harley? So this is sort of what I'm looking for when we move, in terms of what I want in a preschool for Harley. I want a place that's very clean and very safe. I think those are kind of obvious things of wanting a daycare or a preschool where they, where I can tell that the teachers and the teachers' assistants or whatever are really kind and really gentle with the kids. And then also that they, that the place is immaculate, that the toys don't look grungy and gross. Also, I really would like a place where the toys are made primarily out of natural ingredients. I know that might sound really odd for some people, but, like, my sense is that Harley touches a lot of plastic in the day just because of, she's a baby and she can break stuff really easily. So obviously, is this my look, Harley? Is this how I have to do my Facebook Live with sunglasses on because I look so cool this way? Okay, and I must open your lip balm. Are we going to put lipstick on? Yes, this is how working moms get stuff done. Right here. See? Is that nice? Now Harley's gonna do it. Okay, that's enough. Yeah, that's not your mouth. The lip stuff goes on your mouth, Harley. Close enough. So I want to find a school that is nurturing and caring, and also as far as the actual like academics go, I want it to be a real focus on, you know, whole child learning. I want it to be that she does baking. I want it to be that she does painting and drawing, and you know, that it's not just coloring in a coloring in context, although of course, you know, I'm happy for her to do that. Harley, that's not your mouth. Let's try and... This is like face paint now. This is not working. I'm making a horrible mess of my child after her bath. You know, I want it to be that she learns about the seasons, not because they sit down with a chalkboard and they say, you know, this is summer, fall, winter, or summer, autumn, winter, whatever. You know, she'll be in America, it'll be fall. You know, I want it to be that she learns the 4 seasons and understands what that means, not because someone sat her down and said, you know, this is when the leaves fall off the tree, and this is when it gets hot, and this is when it gets cold, but that, you know, it's integrated into other things. So like at her current school, they'll talk about Jack Frost. Harley, we can't keep putting on this funny lip gloss stuff. That's just not gonna work well. You're gonna be covered in lip gloss by the end. Hey? Do you want to play with sunglasses again? They look very cool on you, I think. There you go. Fashionista. Right there. But, you know, I want it to be that it's like, okay, cool. You know, in the fall, autumn, whatever, they plant a whole bunch of seeds, and then when it comes time for spring, they can go like, oh, we planted these seeds back then, now they've sprouted because it's spring, and that's what happens, and then it's summer, like flowering or whatever. Like, I want it to be integrated, or that they see like it's autumn and the leaves fall off and they make a crown out of the fallen leaves, or they, you know, do the leaf pressing thing. There's just so many options in terms of, you know, having a snowball fight if we were to ever live somewhere with snow. But beyond that, to just do winter-based activities, do summer-based activities that then teach kids about seasons without it having to be... Do you want to play peekaboo with Daddy again? Harley? Do you want to go play in the cupboard again? No? So I don't want it to be... Jeez, she put a lot of lip gloss on me. So I want it to be that when she goes to school, it's not these manufactured, out of context ways of learning. You know, I want her to learn her numbers, or, you know, whatever, like the words for different things and animals and stuff, but not because they had flashcards and made her learn, but because she's learned it naturally, that they're telling stories or they're singing songs or whatever, and it's, you know, 5 little ducks, and then and then she learns, you know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ducks. But it's in a context of a story or a rhyme or a song, rather than just, you have to learn this now, so she does, and that's kind of the end of it. You know, if you're looking at schools, I think everybody has to have a sense of what matters to them. What really mattered to me is not having too much of a focus placed on the academics, but more on social skills, on, you know, integrating the kids to play nicely together, on having her exposed to some cool books and toys and activities, you know, and also activities that I wouldn't do at home. And I think that's a big thing for me, is like, you know, I will happily read with her at home. I'll sing songs with her. You know, we play peekaboo, we play with certain toys. So, you know, that's happening at home. I want her to do the stuff that I don't have the crafty supplies for, that for her to spend the afternoon painting or drawing is really nice. For her to spend the morning decorating cookies and then baking them and learning about the delay in terms of you put something in the oven and you have to wait for it and then it's ready and then you eat it. All of that stuff I think is really helpful learning for kids. And then also as she gets older, then they learn to measure with baking, and with painting they learn about how the colors mix and making new colors and all that. At this point she just kind of scribbles and paints and does baking with the rest of the class, and it doesn't really it isn't much more than just a kind of vaguely creative endeavor that keeps her busy. But I do think that over time those kinds of things sink in. It's in the same way that I never sat down and said, this is your right hand and this is your left hand, and blah, 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 blah. I was never weird about it, but it was just part of her baby massage. So after her bath, when I'm moisturizing her and rubbing her down and stuff, it would be this is your right foot, this is your big toe, this is your heel, this is your left foot, this is your left hand, all of those kinds of things. So she would learn about it, and play with her arms or her legs or whatever the body parts are, but it wasn't necessarily done in a way that was now we're going to learn body parts, but it was just okay, you've had your bath, let's get you moisturized, let's get you sorted, by the way, this is your hand, this is your foot, blah blah blah, and repeated so often that now if I ask her for her right foot, 9 times out of 10 she gives me her right foot, which is pretty cool. But she also gets 1 foot, 2 foot, 2 feet. But she can count to a certain degree. She understands that there's 2 of her hands and 1 of her body. Things like that. That it's quite cool, to see how just the repetition of it has taught her that. And I think it's important as well for parents to realize, anything that we really feel strongly that they should learn or know, we can do at home. So what I've started doing is I let her draw. She does scribbling with a pen on all the myriad of notebooks that I've got. And so what I've started doing is I hand her the pen in such a way that she holds it the right way. So she'll hold the pen like this and draw for a bit, and then obviously she gets irritated and she holds a fist, or she switches to her other hand, or she, eats the pen, or whatever it is. So I'm not strict about it. It's not no, you don't get to draw if you're not holding it right, but it's I've shown her now, this is how you hold the pen. She does it, and then she switches to doing it however is comfortable for her, and that's fine. I'm not really too phased about it. I also have plans that I want to teach her how to read using a reading game that I learned with when I was about her age. And that's based on whole word association rather than learning the alphabet. So I want her to learn that before schools start by teaching the alphabet. So that'll be one of the things we do when we move. But I wouldn't want that taught in the school. That's something that we'll do as a game. Yes? No, we're not opening that. We're not opening that, my angel face. But we can open the cupboard for you to climb in. I don't know what she needs or wants. Oh, monkey. Okay, she wants to play with Daddy, I think. I think they're going to play Peekaboo behind me, which, by the way, is the cutest game in the whole wide world. I took a video earlier, and I will share it with you after this Facebook Live. So anyway, I think it's a bit difficult for me in terms of I know what I want in a school, and now I need to find it. And you also sort of get a gut feel on schools, I think. When you go and you visit and you chat to the teachers and you chat to the head of the school and whatever else, then you get a sense of okay, this is the right place for me or not. You know if they're nice, if you feel comfortable there. And it is tricky and it is hard. And it's a lot of trust to leave your kid with someone. but it's also really, really necessary. Like, I'm seeing now, like, so I was homeschooled for a year, and I don't know how my mom did it now. Like, seeing, obviously, I wasn't a toddler, so it was different, but like, I need my mornings again. Like, I don't know how I did anything before Harley went to school because I miss it so much. And I miss how tired she is at the end of the day. Like, when she's at school, she's busy all day. So when I get her for lunch, or even if she stays for aftercare and I get her like in the afternoon, then, she's tired and she comes home and she nurses and she goes and takes a nap. Or if I get her in the afternoon, she's had her nap, she's had a snack. So then I literally like get her home, hang out for a bit, give her dinner, throw her in the bath, and she's exhausted and she goes to sleep. Now, it is currently 8:30 at night South African time, and she is playing peekaboo in the closet because she's that awake. And yeah, it's just really, really hard. Anyway, I don't know what's happening. Like, can you guys still see me? I feel like my Facebook Live is frozen again. And this time I'm using the actual Facebook app, so I don't know what's up with that. If you guys can see me, please just drop me a like or a comment or something. Otherwise, I think I'm going to have to wrap up because I don't know if you guys can even see me. The little timer ticky thing in the top of my Facebook Live isn't ticking anymore. So I don't know if that's just Facebook being silly or if you guys can actually see me or what. So I think what it comes down to is like, I'm really excited for school to start. I'm really hoping the farewell tomorrow goes well. And I think when I'm picking out a school in the States, I just have to kind of hope for the best. Like, I have to hope that I can find a place where it's, warm and nurturing and based on whole child education, and they don't force Harley to hold pens in ways that I don't like, because really, that is not the top priority when she's this age. Anyway, thank you all so much for watching. I don't know why the video is freaking out, if it is, or why my version of the video is freaking out, or whatever is happening. But thank you all so much for watching, and we'll try this again on Wednesday, and hopefully Facebook will play nicer with things. I don't know why their Facebook Live streaming thing is being so wonky lately, but we will figure it out, or just beat Facebook into doing what we say, and then hopefully everything will be all better. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all on Wednesday night. Bye!